Yeah, especially with the way these guys have been playing. They've won 9 of their last 10, and it's going to be key for him to keep these guys at the top of this lineup. Gonzalez and Fowler off the bases before you get to the big guys.
Wow, is that gorgeous? Let's look at tonight's sky. A picture postcard. And we are underway. First pitch swinging, and Gonzalez whacks it into right center field. Well, the first pitch of the game, Gonzalez has a base hit. Let's take a look at the Padre defense tonight. Venables at center, flanked by Salazar and Edgar Gonzalez. Edgar making his 11th career start at right field tonight. Checking the card.
Got his defensive card. And with Salazar in left and Gonzalez in right, I'm sure both of these guys will be whipping that card out quite a bit tonight. New team coming to town.
A pitch out. And nothing doing. Gonzalez leading off the game with a base hit, and the Padres concerned about the running game. Dexter Fowler just off the disabled list. He missed 14 games. With a bruised right knee. Fouled a pitch off the knee. Went down to Double-A Tulsa to rehab, and now back with Colorado. Takes a strike from Mujica.
I think there's a pretty good chance you're going to see some action here. I don't you know, Fowler's missed some games, and normally he's the guy in the leadoff spot, but tonight batting second, you just feel like there's going to be some action.
He squares, it takes down low. Rockies come in 81-60, winners of 7 in a row, 9 of 10. 2 behind the Dodgers in the NL West, but 4.5 ahead of the Giants in the wild card. There goes the runner, and it's fouled back, and you sniffed it out.
This is a team that's played extremely well at home. 45 and 27 at home, but on the road, 36 and 33. And you got a hot pitcher on the mound in De La Rosa, and what you'd like to do is get him an early lead. Put a couple runs on the board early and give him something to work with. And so, here in the first inning, you just felt like they were going to try to make something happen.
On the run again, swing and a miss, and Hundley dropped it in the exchange. It's a strikeout of Fowler for the first out, but a steal for Gonzalez, his 13th.
Gonzalez didn't get that great a jumping, and really fortunate that Hundley wasn't able to handle that transfer.
He had a shot for the strike him out throw.
Yeah, he was going to have a shot at throwing him out. Unfortunately, couldn't hold the ball.
Todd Helton jumping on the first pitch and fouling it back. Well, the Rockies, though they are 21 games over 500, actually have a losing record against the NL West. 27 and 30 against the West. They have really struggled against the Dodgers. 3 and 12 against LA, 7 and 8 against the Giants. They do have a winning record against Arizona and the Padres, 8 and 4 against San Diego. The division that they have manhandled is the NL Central. 26 and 10 against the Central. The only team that's really given them problems there is Houston. They're 2 and 5 against the Astros, but they've really rolled over the other teams in the Central, including 4-0 against the Cardinals.
And see, that speaks well for the Rockies, because they still have 3 left with St. Louis and 3 left with Milwaukee.
And it also means that whether they win the West or go in as the wild card, the first round they're not going to play a team from their own division.
Yeah.
Mujica's 1-2 to Helton. Play going to third, now running right at him. Headley chasing him towards second base, and Eckstein tags him out. A well-executed run down there. 6-5-4 gets the lead runner Carlos Gonzalez, and Helton runs at first with 2 outs.
That, to me, that's why the Padres have had this nice winning streak where they've played really good baseball, is their execution, and we saw it right there. Ground ball to short. Gonzalez thinking he could go to third. And Cabrera does the right thing. He runs at the runner, and now they get the run down. And didn't take a whole lot of throws in order to get this done. 2 throws and the tag out, and they didn't allow Helton to get to second base, so the execution has been really good.
Well, Helton at first with 2 down, and Tulowitzki takes a strike. Tulowitzki has been ailing with a bad lower back, but in the lineup tonight in the cleanup spot. There was some question as to whether Tulowitzki would be in the lineup tonight, but he answered that early on. Getting here, taking some early swings, and being inserted in there by Jim Tracy.
Well, he wants to win, and you get to September and you can smell it. You can see the finish line, and he wants to be right there in the middle of this lineup. That's another guy right there, Todd Hilton. Didn't like these guys hadn't been there before. They've been to the playoffs, gone on to the World Series, and last year was a down year for them. And you know what? Like most players, hey, they can smell it. They want to get there again.
Tulowitzki hits it in the air to right field, racing towards the line. Edgar Gonzalez, who won't be able to catch up to it in foul territory.
The thing for me with this Rockies team is can they go out on the road? This road trip will be a good test for them. Can they go out on the road and play the same kind of baseball that they played at home? They just won 9 of 10 at home.
And now they played 10 on the road, or 9 on the road in 10 days. 3 against the Padres, 3 against the Giants. An off day, and then 3 at Arizona. Two and 2 on Tulowitzki. Goes up after it and hits a high fly to left field. Salazar back onto the warning track and makes the catch. And Mujica got away with one there. Tulowitzki went up and got it and nearly hit it out near the 357 mark. Rockies come up empty. Odds coming up. Lineup for tonight. Padres lineup brought to you by the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. It has Cabrera leading off, then Adrian. Headley batting cleanup, 5 for 9 the last 2 games in San Francisco. Then Salazar in left, Venables at center, Edgar in right, Hundley catching, with Mujica pitching and batting ninth. And what a turnaround for this guy. In many ways, it correlates to the team in general. But Jorge De La Rosa, 14-9 after beginning the season, 0-6.
Yeah, and making his 28th start. 14 wins since June 1st. That's the most in the majors. And this guy right here has really turned it on and pitched very well for the Rockies. And he's done it at the right time, too. I mean, because to me, their best pitcher, Eric Cook, is on the DL. And first start on the road, this is the guy you want on the mound.
Cabrera leading off the last of the first. Shortens up and then skips away from ball one down and in. '76th consecutive start for Cabrera since coming off the disabled list.
I almost feel like he's been there all year. I mean, he's come
really
on.
has since he's come back for sure.
He's come on strong and really proven to everybody that he can be an everyday shortstop at the big league level.
Ball and 2 strikes.
From the offensive end tonight for the Padres, they got to make De La Rosa throw strikes.
And he has had his episodes of wildness for sure.
When he was 0-6 and having trouble winning games, it was because he was out of the strike zone.
We'll just look back to his last start against Arizona 5 days ago. He went 5 innings, allowed only 1 run on 2 hits, but walked 6.
And it's hard because he's a guy that can throw 94, 95 miles an hour.
Numbers holding up, and it's a 3-2 count.
And if you stay patient and make him throw you balls in the strike zone, invariably he's going to walk some guys. And that pitch count is going to get up. And for him, that was the recipe for when he struggled early. He just couldn't find the strike zone.
And the foul tip into the mid of Iannetta. It is a strikeout. Here's the Rockies defense, brought to you tonight by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. Gonzalez, Fowler, and Hop in the outfield. Armisen, Helton on the right side. Atkins and Tulowitzki on the left. This has been a pretty darn good defensive team. Helton with only 3 errors. Tulowitzki, second best numbers for NL shortstops. Eck takes a strike.
Yeah, this Rockies team defensively is not going to beat themselves. They are really good at making plays.
And Eck fouls one off the body.
You see the movement on De La Rosa's single, and that's a foul ball just right off the ankle bone. Woo.
Left ankle, left shin. And Todd Hutchison, the head athletic trainer, heading out.
Just give him a couple of minutes here.
The guy always seems to bounce back from all the hit by pitches and the foul balls off the shin, and you forget that the guy's not indestructible.
I know, you're right, because some of the hit by pitches he has this year are not fun, but that ball's right off the ankle bone. And Buddy and Todd Hutchison out there stalling for time, trying to give him a second to kind of get this feeling back. But that one's going to leave a mark, though.
Oh, yeah.
In a couple of innings from now, they'll check again with him to see how he's doing. But, Eck is tough as nails. He's not going anywhere. He wants to be in there. But, again, that's the kind of stuff, they're going to see tonight. De La Rosa's going to throw him that sinker ball, and, you're going to have to be patient, try to make him get it up.
Eck pointing out to plate umpire Jim Wolf for that one hit, and appreciative of the time given to him. Now he's ready, and a 0-2 pitch. He comes in having hit safely in 10 of his last 11 games. Holds it foul. Nick had a season-high 9-game hitting streak ended on Tuesday night in San Francisco. He went 0 for 4 with a walk in the 4-3 Padres win. A little bit inside, a ball and 2 strikes. De La Rosa has that very distinctive motion where he slowly brings that leg up.
Yeah.
Doesn't hesitate, but it's a very deliberate movement. There's one in the dirt.
Other than that last fastball that he tried to get under Eckstein's knuckles with, everything has had a downward movement to it. And that's what he does. He tries to get you to, take a hack at that sinker. And when he goes for the punch out, it's a straight heater.
And Eck takes it over the head of Barmanson into right center field. Now Hop chasing it, able to cut it off, but Eck sprinting for second, and he is in standing up with a 1-out double. And even though he fouled the ball off that left ankle, left shin, didn't show any signs of that, legging out a 2-base hit.
Well, he's not going to let his opponent see that he's hurting. This is just good hitting here, being really patient. Finally got a straight one, stayed up a little bit. You see him line that ball into right center field. And right out of the box, he's thinking too. He hits the inside corner and is able to get himself into scoring position. That's a great AB right there.
Inside to Adrian. "37 home runs, a new career high." Number 37 coming in the day game on Wednesday in San Francisco. That's inside. He hit this in the 3rd inning of Barry Zito. And going opposite field, which there's nothing unusual about that.
No, and he's really become proficient at taking that ball out over the plate and driving it to left field. And you see De La Rosa's trying to crowd Adrian. Everything's been in.
Three and 0 count.
Even though left-handers are only hitting 209 off of De La Rosa, he is not going to let Adrian Gonzalez beat him.
Enter half strike call. Jorge De La Rosa, a 28-year-old, born in Monterrey, Mexico. Top foul, and it's 3-2.
The last pitch to Adrian looked like he took a little bit off of that. The fastball is going to be 93 to 96. Doing a couple of breaking balls tonight.
Adrian picks up his 104th walk of the season, which ties him with Pujols for the Major League lead.
It looked like that last pitch was supposed to be a cutter, but he wanted this ball away, and you see it kind of cut, but it was high in the zone. And when he gets in trouble, that's what you have to do. You have to be patient against him, and it's very difficult because he's got that kind of velocity that you feel like as a hitter that you have to gear up to hit.
So here's Headley playing third base, batting in the cleanup spot with Kuzminoff out. Kevin was injured late in the Tuesday game in San Francisco, and Looks to be out for this entire series. First pitch fastball missing to Chase. Bud Black saying prior to the game that even a pinch hit appearance from Kuzminoff in this Rockies series seems unlikely. Rip and a miss at that 95-mile-per-hour fastball. After fanning the leadoff man Cabrera, Eckstein double, a walk to Adrian, and now a 1-1 to Headley. Just missing. He took something off to a 1.
Well, he got Cabrera to chase a ball that was probably out of the zone for the first out. And the double by Eckstein and the walk by Gonzalez.
Chase 5 for his last 9 in that series in San Francisco. Shallow right. Hop coming, and the second baseman Barnes collide and it drops in. A force at second. Safe. Adrian went in standing up and just got there ahead of the throw, and the bases are loaded. Scored a base hit for Headley as Hop and Varmus collide. And with the force out at second base, that throw nearly got Adrian.
Yeah. No communication between the two of them. Barmas is going out and looking at Hop, and Hop slides and it goes off Barmas's glove, and you got to give Barmas credit. He was still heads up. He was able to pick up the ball and still make a play at Gonzalez at second base. You see him. His ball goes down, but he rolls over, picks it up, and makes a play for Gonzalez at second base, and Adrian barely beat the throw. But an opportunity for the Padres to put some runs on the board.
And they're loaded up with 1 out for Oscar Salazar, the left fielder. Oscar 12 out of his last 30. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. This is down and away. Down in the favor of Salazar, 2-0. Looks
like De La Rosa's. He's out there talking to himself a little bit.
Three 3-0 as that's up high.
It looks a little bit to me like De La Rosa's rushing right now. He wants to hurry up and try to throw a strike here, and he just hadn't been able to find the strike zone. This is going to be pitch number 27 here in the first.
And he misses away for ball 4 and walks in a first inning run. Well, you talk about rushing it. That's what some of the Rockies guys were talking about before the game, is that Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach on the left, that his body was getting out a little too quick ahead of the arm his last couple of starts, causing some command problems.
I mean, technically, if you're an umpire out here, you could call a balk because he's really not coming to a complete stop.
Jim Wolf, the plate umpire tonight. And they're loaded up for center fielder Will Venable. First pitch swinging, caught, and then a double play. Salazar doubled up, broken bat, and a 3 unassisted twin killing ends the inning. So De La Rosa gets a break there and gets out of it, allowing just the 1 run. Venable going after the first pitch, caught by Helton, who tags out Salazar. And after 1-0 San Diego.
Hey fans, start your weekend off with a bang with Friday Fireworks. Enjoy a spectacular fireworks show following every Friday home game.
Friday, October 2nd, stay after the game for a Friday Fireworks presented by Padres Banking at Bank of America. There's also one after tonight's game. Not too late to come on down tonight. Brett Hopp leading off. Well, De La Rosa getting out of the first, allowing just the one run, and he caught a break there. He'd thrown 4 straight out of the zone to Salazar. Venable jumped on that first pitch and really got sawed off.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, the guy walked a hitter in front of you on 4 pitches. You know, you almost have to say, okay, let me make him throw me a strike here. And, you know, Will, being aggressive, being a super aggressive like most young hitters are, decided he was going to take a swing.
Check swing foul by Hopp. That last pitch at the bottom of the first.
Check out where this pitch is. When he makes contact, is that a ball or a strike? You see Iannetta reaching to the inside, and when you got a guy on the ropes like that who can't throw, who's having trouble, I shouldn't say can't, who's having trouble throwing strikes, you know, you got to make him work. You got to make him work. Make him, you know, throw you a strike. And again, that's what these young players are learning here while they're getting the opportunity to play.
There's a strikeout of Hopp. He chased the low breaking ball. Second strikeout for Mujica. As it is, De La Rosa threw 28 pitches in that inning. That one kind of fell off the table.
Good slider. You see Hopp's swing is a little long right now.
Twenty pitches so far tonight for Edward. And his 21st is a strike to Atkins, who's getting the call at third base, with Ian Stewart battling a bad back. Atkins hit his 9th homer of the season yesterday. It was in their home win over the Reds. And that was his first home run at Coors Field since April 25th.
Wow. And it wasn't a cheapie either. The home run he hit yesterday.
And they beat the Reds yesterday and are 7-0 against the Reds for the season. Another NL Central team that the Rockies have manhandled. Center field and Venable in a couple of steps. Mujica gets the first 2 here in the second. Here's second baseman Clint Barnes. Here's a guy that when Tulowitzki came up a few years ago, kind of became the forgotten man. Sent back to AAA. Has found a home at second base. And has hit a career high 22 homers this year. In fact, that's the most home runs ever hit by a Rocky second baseman.
I was surprised when I was looking at the numbers today that he's only hitting 244. It just seems like he's been right in the middle of a lot of the stuff that the Rockies were doing offensively. And
high fly down the right field side, fading foul.
22 home runs.
The 71 RBIs are also a career high for him.
He's stolen 11 bases, so I mean, you know, he's found himself a new home from going from the starting shortstop to losing that job to Tulowitzki and then coming back and making an impact as a second baseman.
Fights it off and fouls it into the seats. Armas enters tonight with a 6-game hitting streak. Bounced out to Everett Cabrera. Keeps his balance, fires the first. And Mujica sets the Rockies down in order. He's at 29 pitches through 2. Bottom 3 coming up for San Diego.
Play the Rockies Saturday, September 12th at 7:05 and get your own Padres wall clock.
Get your free Padres wall clock presented by Chase, and be sure to get your tickets early and save. Go online to Padres.com. Beautiful night on this Friday. Padres back in town, taking on the Rockies. Two red-hot teams. 1-0 San Diego, last to the second. Edgar leading off and takes way high. The ball one from De La Rosa.
Let's see if Padre fans getting fired up. Let's see if De La Rosa can get back on track here.
And you're facing the same team, the Rockies. As the injury occurred to put him on the disabled list. He was hit in the head by Jason Hamill back on July 8th. Missed 43 games as a result. See him wearing that new batting helmet, designed to withstand a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. You don't want to be the guy that to test that out.
I was going to say,
take the word for it.
How'd they test that out? I just know that helmet's much bigger. And you can see the padding on the side on his ear flap.
One hopper to the third baseman, Garrett Atkins. And the throw across, one out. Our comparison is brought to you by Marvin K. Brown, San Diego's newest Mitsubishi dealer. First 10 starts, did not taste the win column. 0-6. ERA about 5.5. But even in those 10 starts when he was winless, the Padres saw him a couple of times, and you could see flashes that this guy has the stuff to win in the big leagues, and he's proven that in his last 17 starts.
Well, again, it starts with him throwing strikes, really. And don't forget, this Rocky offense is, they lead the National League in runs scored. So, if they're putting runs on the board, he doesn't have to be perfect. He just, to me, he just has to, work ahead of the hitters. And if he can do that, he's got the kind of stuff where he could be a big winner in the National League. Again, I go back to the first inning. They had him on the ropes, bases loaded, a run in, one out, and he was having trouble finding the strike zone. And Will Venable lines into a double play that ends the inning. And already this inning, he's in the strike zone a whole lot more than he was in that first inning. And so when you get him on the ropes, you still have to be patient enough to swing at balls that are in the strike zone. You can't really afford to chase stuff out of the zone, because when you do, that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get anything in the zone in the middle of the plate.
Fouled back. Well, a career-high 14 wins now this season. He won 10 a year ago for the Rockies, going 10-8. Won 8 a couple of years ago in 07 with the Royals. His first big league time came with Milwaukee, 04, 05, and 06. Up and in. Actually began his career in the Diamondbacks organization. So spent some time in the Red Sox chain. And went back to Arizona. He did not pitch in the big leagues with them. And he gets Hundley to chase one down, and the strikeout is the second of the game for De La Rosa.
And again, here's the sinker. Starts in the zone, ends up out of the zone. And I don't know if that's a sinker or maybe even a split finger, but he struck out Cabrera with that pitch. He was the first batter of the game, and
Mujica lines it to left field, but caught by Carlos Gonzalez. Well, Mujica 2 for 3 on the season coming in, so that lowers his average to 500, but he hit that one pretty well.
He did. Look at he's handing out high fives on the line drive.
That'd be the hardest hit ball the Padres have hit tonight.
Park as we take on the Rockies on Sunday, September 13th at 1:05. And get your own Padres cap.
All kids 14 and younger receive a free Padres cap presented by Military Banking at Bank of America. And get your tickets today online at Padres.com. Back to the mound goes Edward Mujica after a pretty serious hack in that bottom of the second inning. Now he faces 8-9-1 for the Rockies in the third. .29 pitches for Mujica as he enters this inning. Scheduled for anywhere from 40 to 60. The way he has split out the first 30 pitches, I'd say he's game to hit closer to that 60 mark than the 40.
Well, as long as he's pitching effectively like he is.
First base umpire Jerry Crawford says INL will win around, and it's 0-2.
Buddy Black, I'm sure, would love to get 5 innings from him. Would love to have him stay under that 60 pitch mark and get 5 innings from him, but most pitches he's thrown in a game was the game he went 4 1/3.
Back to the mound. Sounds like he broke the bat of Iannetta, and he throws him out.
Nice play by Mujica. He went 4 1/3 against Milwaukee on the 31st of July. See him break that bat. Gloves in the right spot. A little hot, but he stuck the glove down there, and sure enough, the ball found it.
Strike one to De La Rosa. Yeah, the chronology of that, remember, Mujica was scheduled to throw August 1st to start the game. That was going to be his first big league start. Then the Peavy trade comes about on the 31st. The trade deadline was at 1 o'clock Pacific. Clayton Richard comes over in that deal and goes into the rotation, so Mujica's start was off. But then that night on the 31st, he pitches in relief, and it almost really turned into a start for him.
Exactly.
Foul down the left field side.
The reason why I remember that is because I was doing that series against Milwaukee, and I got here early, and Mujica being the starting pitcher the next night allowed him to be able to take batting practice, and he was fired up. He couldn't wait until batting practice started, and really he did like he did when he came up to the plate. He was hitting line drives all over the place, but then Clayton Richard went into the rotation, and I remember that because he was standing around the cage telling everybody, hey, I can swing the bat a little bit. And sure enough, he comes in to pitch, and he goes 4 1/3, and I think he ended up getting the win that night, I believe.
The blue towards the middle, cut off by Eck. Makes the catch for out number 2. And indeed, Mujica did get the win that night. That was the game when the Brewers got 7 runs in the second of Chad Godin. And the Padres came back and won the game 11-7. Mujica went 4 1/3, no runs, 1 hit, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts. And that was his last win. That was win number 3 on the season. In fact, that was his last decision.
I think he got a hit that night too. I think. Trying to go back in my.
He did indeed.
I'm a hitter, so I think he got a hit that night too.
He had a single and a run scored. Foul by Gonzalez. Mujica allowed a game leadoff base hit to Gonzalez. That has been the lone hit he has given up to this point. Off the glove. Right to Eck. There's your routine 1-4-3 to end the top of the third. Well, he just found a nice groove here. Eck due up second when we come back. To the bottom of the third, and leading off his shortstop, Everett Cabrera. Squares the bunt. It takes a fastball and strike.
Everett squared up the bunt, and I mean all four infielders were moving somewhere. So they talked about it defensively, what they're going to do in case he decides to drop one.
Atkins stays in on the grass at third, but now will move back as that pitch in at the knees, strike two.
De La Rosa jumping out ahead 0-2.
He threw 28 pitches in the first. He's now at 43 pitches here in the third. He had a 3-up, 3-down inning in the second. Can't get Everett to fish for that one off the outside edge. A 2-2 to Cabrera. Up the middle and into center. Well, De La Rosa took a swipe at it, but he got through, and Cabrera has a base hit to begin the third.
And that's a good hitting there by Cabrera. Got a ball in the zone. He could have been middle of the plate. Bangs it right back up the middle for a base hit.
Cabrera playing against his old organization, the Rockies. It's fun to hear Everett talk through an interpreter, of course, for the most part. Speaking a little more English throughout the summer. And you look at rookie leaders for steals, both of them here tonight, Fowler and Cabrera. Ever so appreciative of the effort coming from low A ball to South Atlantic League to the big leagues, saying, I want to be a Padre for life. And you know what that's all about. Appreciative of the opportunity to come to the big leagues.
Well, it's funny. I'm sure he looks at it like, being a guy that came over from the Rockies organization that, he was destined, to be a big leaguer this whole year. He went to big league camp, and he played really well, and he made the club out of spring training, and then he got hurt. And that guy right there deserves a tip of the cap. And the scouting staff are finding Cabrera, but you know what? He's earned it. He's come back off the DL and has shown people that he can play shortstop on an everyday basis. He's made every play. He's gone up the middle. He's gone in the hole. He's got a strong arm. We've seen him go in the hole and make plays that really not too many shortstops can make. And he's done it all from not being one of those guys that was labeled can't miss. He's had to earn it.
Really a remarkable story.
It really is. I mean, coming from A-ball.
Low A-ball. South Atlantic League. Back towards the mound. Get the out at second and do turn 2, 1-6-3. De La Rosa's throw a little bit high down to Tulowitzki at second, but able to turn 2.
Well, here's where it pays having a pretty big shortstop. Look where this throw is. And he just goes up, gets it, and makes a strong throw to first base.
Yeah, Freddie Poptek may not have made that play, or at least may have had to leave his feet.
Well, he didn't even. Cabrera went in pretty hard, and Tulowitzki didn't even flinch.
Ricky ball down and away to Adrian.
Tulowitzki's pretty big player.
He's playing on the first base side of second now with the infield shift on for Adrian Gonzalez. That's one high in the air down the left field line, but slicing and foul.
And now Tulowitzki goes on back on the shortstop side.
And he pulls it on the ground. Helton, the flip to De La Rosa. Leadoff hit, but a double play. De La Rosa faces the minimum 3 hitters in the third. After 3 for Petco Park. 1-0 San Diego. Trivia question. Hey, name the only 2 teams in Major League history to start a postseason with 7 consecutive wins. There are 2. You can probably figure out one. Next to Fowler goes around, strike 1. It's all about getting hot at the right time.
Yes, it is.
And if you can do it at the end of the year, so be it. A little bit high, a ball and a strike. Fowler fanned swinging in the first. First major league start for Mujica. He has 3 scoreless innings under his belt. Has begun the 4th and a 2-1 to Dexter Fowler. Strike call. How many times in your career, Tony, and not just individual games, but kind of stretches of games, did you feel every time you came to the ballpark, you know what, we're going to find a way, we're going to win tonight?
Not many. Honestly. The 84 team, obviously, and the 98 team. Both of those teams, you know, you just knew somebody different was gonna do something to help us win a ball game. But there weren't a whole lot of them.
Fowler guides it into center, and he has a leadoff base hit.
You know, when you play those kind of stretches where you know, like the Rockies have here, where they've won 7 in a row with 9 out of the last 10. You know, falling behind early is no big deal. You feel like you're gonna be able to manufacture, you know, a couple of runs and you know, figure out how to win some ball games. But there's a lot that goes into that. You got to have good pitching, and right now their guys are rolling defensively. They're playing good. But I can tell you this, it's a whole lot more fun coming to the ballpark when you feel like every day you got a chance to win. Boy, what a difference. Seems like those little nagging injuries that you might have when you're struggling, they don't hurt nearly as much when you're playing good baseball.
Close play at first, Fowler diving back. I know the Rockies don't like to use it as an excuse, but all that time off between the NLCS and starting the World Series with the Red Sox really seemed to deflate the huge momentum they had going there.
Well, you know what? I covered those 2 series, and it's their own fault. They just, they won
too quick.
Yeah, they won too quick.
They swept all those series.
That was the year Arizona won the division that year, and they played them the 2nd series, and they were the best team. There's no question.
All the way left side. Now the Rockies beat the Phillies in the division series, 3-0. Then they got Arizona in the NLCS and took them 4 in a row. But those games, you recall, 3 of them were really tightly contested.
Yeah.
And they had to fight tooth and nail, but wound up sweeping the series and then sitting on their hands for a week plus. While the Red Sox were 1 loss away from being eliminated by the Indians.
That's right. That's right, yeah.
Had to go a full 7. Had to win 3 in a row in the ALCS to win it in 7 games over the Indians. A strikeout of Helton for the first out of the 4th.
It was also the same. Was that the same year that the Yankees jumped on Boston 3-0 and they came back and won? Is that the same year?
No, that was 2004.
4. That's
yep.
Right.
Hey, let's get to our Subway $5 footlong fan poll. Your chance to win Subway's Big Night at the Ballpark and monthly Subway footlong feast. Text Subway to 269-411 now for your chance to win it. Tonight's question: can the Rockies repeat their 07 late run and make the World Series? A yes, B no. Pitch out. Nothing happening with Fowler on at first.
Well, you touched on it earlier. It's about getting hot at the right time. And there's, you know what, there's some pretty good baseball teams in the National League this year.
Cardinals are playing very well. The Phillies certainly have the tools to repeat. Another close play at first. Adam Russell is up in the San Diego bullpen. The 1-0 to Tulowitzki. Tulo flied to deep left field his first time up. Sent Salazar back to the 357 mark in left and actually went up. He got a mid-90s fastball that was up and out of the zone. Takes it in the dirt here. This was in the first inning. Watch the Carl's Jr. pitch track. That's not a strike, but he went up and got it.
And he just missed that, too. And like I was saying before, Tulowitzki's a big guy. He's probably put on 40 pounds since college. And it's all muscle. And he's got power to all fields.
Gonzo doing the deke, and Fowler, the rookie's not biting. Two balls, 2 strikes. He can add 55 pitches, so getting close to that 60 mark. And it was laid out for him coming into this game, so it's looking like this fourth is going to be his final inning. Leaning a bit, but got the right hand in.
Fowler leaning a little bit. Leader with the swipe tag. Jerry Crawford, the first base umpire, not biting.
And they turn. Out, up, Adrian, 6-4-3. Padres turn their 128th double play of the season. Question. Name the only two teams in big league history to start a postseason with 7 consecutive wins. We kind of gave one away, being the 07 Rockies. The other was the 76 Reds, and the main difference is the Reds actually won the World Championship because there was only 2 levels in the postseason then. Rockies lost in 07. They beat the Phillies 3-0 in the division series, and Arizona 4-0 in the NLCS, then lost, getting swept in 4 games to the Red Sox. But the Reds beat the Phillies 3-0 in the National League Championship Series, and then swept the Yankees 4-0 in the World Series in '76. And if ever there was an appropriate name for a team, it was the Big Red Machine, because they were a machine in the early and mid '70s.
Yeah. Back in the days of 2 divisions.
And the Reds were in the NL West.
in NL West, that's correct.
Headley leading off. And Salazar and Venable, 1-0 Padres. A bases loaded walk to Salazar in the first. He counted for the game's only run, and a 2-1 count here on Chase.
And we talked about it in the first inning. They had the bases loaded, 1 out. De La Rosa had just walked in the first run.
To left field, Gonzalez coming in and makes the sliding catch. He did the slide more as a way just to stop himself than as a way to catch the baseball, but makes the put out of Headley.
Kind of got in on Headley, but nice play by Gonzalez. And that's another way of taking that ball out of the lights, too, is by sliding and, not trying to catch that ball at your waist. It's easier to make a sliding catch.
Is that what that does? Kind of lowers your perspective?
Sometimes gets the ball out of the bank of lights in left or right. And that's a play you usually see a left fielder or the right fielder do.
I bet that's a helpless feeling, though, when you lose it in the lights. Huh?
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. And especially, this time of year where, as we've seen already, 1 run, might be the difference between winning and losing.
Oscar, who picked up that bases loaded walk in the first, that was his 9th RBI as a Padre. Two and two. Had a pitch to hit there. I think maybe he was looking for something a little harder there in that zone.
I'm trying to figure out what that is. It was 84 miles an hour. And maybe he took a little off a cutter. That looked like a cutter. And again, when you get a guy throwing this hard, sometimes it's just hard to lay off that stuff that's just out of the zone. And again, Salazar does a good job again.
So De La Rosa has now walked 3, but twice he has walked Salazar. A 1-out free pass to the 4th. Here's Venable with the bases loaded and 1 out his first time up. That's shot off and lined into a double play to the first baseman, Helton.
Let's see if Will changes the philosophy a little bit here now. Because the pitch he swung at last time was not a strike.
Picks it at the knees for strike 1. Probably not a pitch he wants to swing at first pitch.
Probably not.
Oh, 2. Now another situation for a young player who lined into a double play on the first pitch he saw on his last at bat. Now is quickly in the hole 0-2.
Mm-hmm. Most young hitters are probably asking himself why he took the first one. And for young hitters, that's what happens. It works backwards like that. The first time up, you're swinging a ball that wasn't really a strike. And you line out until double play, and then the next time you say, okay, I'm going to be patient and make him, throw me something good to hit, and he jumps ahead 0-2. You find yourself in the gutter 0-2. And so a guy who's been around a little bit, you just, throw that out, and you don't even think that way.
Into the fish for it there. And the strikeout, 2 gone.
Got a little cutter. Out in front of that. And again, it's the velocity that puts you in a position where you take swings like that, because you're trying to gear up for that fastball, and you're hoping that you can stay back on anything else.
Off speed, strike 1 to Edgar. First time up, led off the second and grounded out to the third baseman, Atkins. De La Rosa is up to 68 pitches. Had a 28 pitch first. Ahead 0-2.
Back-to-back curveballs.
Fastball up 1-2. The chop. Turning, De La Rosa fires it past first. Salazar to third. It's played back in by Hop. Well, De La Rosa is not going to win any Gold Gloves. That's the 5th error he has committed this season. He tried to hurry that throw and airmailed it past Todd Helton.
And it looked like he was, calm as the ball hit the ground, and he set his feet, and then he tried to hurry his throw and almost hit Jerry Crawford. And Edgar thought about going to second base, and he hit the brakes in a hurry because he saw Brad Hop standing there, and he had to hustle back to first base.
Well, Edgar gets credit for an infield hit. The throwing error allows Salazar to go to third. So they're at the corners with 2 outs for Nick Hundley, the catcher. And the pitcher spot due up next, but Nick should get something to hit because they'll bat for Mujica next. Big breaking ball, strike 1. Alfonso already in the on-deck circle. So this is not a situation where they would just automatically pitch around Hundley. The base open, even though that base happens to be second right now.
Yeah.
Nice work for Mujica.
4 shutout innings. Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to swing the bat again.
Oh, you know he would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nick lines it at Farmers to win the inning. 2 men left on. We finished 4 innings. 1-0 San Diego. Quick game recap brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. If you need a custom designed second story, room addition, or kitchen, call Murray Lampert Construction, winner of the 2008 Torch Award for Marketplace Ethics. Into the top of the fifth. Glad to have you with us tonight. Mark Neely along with Tony Gwynn. We have a new hurler for the Padres, Sean Gallagher.
The numbers 1 and 2. And it's an opportunity for Sean to maybe get himself a couple of innings, knock that ERA down a little bit. Mujica gave him 4 innings, 4 shutout innings.
Only allowed 2 hits. Right fielder Brad Hopp leads off for Colorado. For 1 tonight with a strikeout. Hop 3 for his last 25. Which just tells me that he's way overdue.
Yeah, and the other thing it tells you is that Rockies have done a really good job because one of their better hitters hadn't been in the mix.
3-0. And a 4-pitch walk puts Hop on. Third baseman Garrett Atkins is 0 for 1. Not far from 100 home runs in his career. There's a strike from Gallagher. Right field, and Edgar. 1 out.
Edgar closed on that ball pretty quickly.
So the final line for Mujica: 4 innings, no runs, 2 hits, no walks. Struck out 3 in 56 pitches. So very nice major league starting debut for Mujica tonight.
Yeah, no question. Did a nice job, didn't walk anybody, made him swing the bat. And it's a shame that, he couldn't go 1 more inning and have a chance to possibly get a win. But I think he gave Buddy Black exactly what he was asking for.
Armas golfs it foul. The breaking ball was about in the dirt. Oh, 2 on Barmes, who grounded out to the shortstop Cabrera his first time up. '23-year-old Sean Gallagher. Acquired from Oakland in the Scott Hairston deal.
You got to give the Padres a lot of credit. They picked up some really good arms here in the deals that they've made.
A high drive towards right center field, and Venable and in front of Edgar makes the catch. Well, this team has, in many ways, reinvented itself.
It has.
Arm-wise.
Yeah. I go back to spring training, remembering, reading about what was being said at that point was that there weren't a whole lot of hard-throwing arms in the Padre organization. And you look where they are right now, they've got a bullpen full of guys.
Rica came over late in the spring from the Indians. You saw Latos, who got shipped out relatively early in the spring, had not pitched above A ball. Mujica, nice work tonight. By the way, you see Kyle Blanks there in the middle. The Honda Dealer pregame show. They reported it's looking, unfortunately, more and more like Kyle will not be playing before the season ends. That heel injury looks like it's going to keep him out the rest of the way, but it's another one of those situations where Bud Black says, unlikely, but it's always day by day. Strike at the knees. There's Kyle before the game. Talking with John Weisbarth.
We've seen enough.
Yeah, we got a pretty good idea what he can do.
I do believe we've seen just a flash of hopefully what he's going to be able to do at this level.
And the power he can bring.
Well, I think that's the one part that everybody felt pretty confident that he was going to bring to the table. I think he surprised people with how well he played left and right. I think he surprised people with his speed and his athleticism. And again, happy problems for the Padres as they move forward, trying to figure out, where he fits in. But
a year ago, Kyle Blanks was a Double-A first baseman only. Off the chest to Headley, picks it up, has a play at first, and still gets Ionetta to win the inning. So Chase stayed with it, gets the final out of the frame. Leadoff walk to Hop. He's stranded after Gallagher's first inning of work.
This summer. What a great way to hear some great tunes, dance in the aisles. You've seen my act. Go check out the great food, too. When you join the Players Club, you get a free lobster buffet. Go to valleyviewcasino.com. Remember, free lobster buffet is waiting.
Friday night at Petco Park, and we move into the bottom of the fifth inning. 1-0 Padres on a run in the first on a bases-loaded walk. And De La Rosa to face the 9-1 and 2 hitters in the San Diego fifth. And Alfonso will bat for the pitcher Gallagher. So 1 inning for Gallagher with 1 walk, his line. Fonzie back up. And the roster is expanded September 1. Foul tip into the mid, 4-1.
Alfonso not getting cheated on that first swing, looking for a first pitch fastball, got it, but was running away from him.
It was a time, but Alfonso earlier this season went from being the primary catcher at AAA to The everyday catcher of the big leagues with injuries to Hundley and Blanco.
Yep.
One and two. Back for a spell there, you had Alfonso and Jose Lobaton as the two catchers on the roster.
Yeah, and Alfonso had some big hits.
Chases one in the dirt, and the catcher Ionetta throws to first to complete the strikeout. Fourth strikeout for De La Rosa.
Well, unfortunately for Alfonso there, free swingers, this is the type of guy that just eats you up. There really has to be some, and you see Alfonso a little upset at himself, but you really got to have some discipline against a guy like De La Rosa, because if you're going to chase balls out of the zone, he's not going to ever throw you anything that you could hit in the middle of the plate. And that's what good offensive players do, is they force you to throw them strikes. But if you're going to chase stuff out of the zone, he really doesn't have to throw you one in the zone. And when you think about it, that's really what pitching is trying to get hitters to swing at their pitches.
Fouled back by Cabrera. He fanned his first time. It singled back through the box and into center his last time up. Dodgers lead the Giants 2-1. Now into the sixth inning in San Francisco. Giants better be careful. They're going to find themselves watching from way behind. He went around there and the strikeout for out number 2 in the inning.
It was quick how it can turn around for you, because with that breaking ball by De La Rosa. But this time of the year, there's that old saying, you got to beat those teams you're supposed to beat. Well, Padres rolled up there, and the Giants were really supposed to win that series, win 2 or 3 at least, and possibly sweep. Well, the Padres went in there and took 2 or 3, and they did the same thing in L.A. And for the Padres, there's no pressure. They're just playing baseball. For the teams that are trying to win, these are some of the most difficult games to win.
Isn't that the case?
When you got to play the teams you're supposed to beat. And that's why I think it's going to be interesting here for the Rockies here, even though they're playing 3 games here in San Diego and then 3 more games in San Francisco. Coming here, they're supposed to win all 3 of these games, really. You look at the records. Rockies 21 games over 500. Padres 15 games under 500. Rockies are supposed to win.
Shallow center for Fowler. De La Rosa has a 3-up, 3-down inning. Through 5 at Petco Park. 1-0 Padres. Pacquiao throughout the first pitch. Tuesday, September 15th, as your Padres celebrate Filipino Heritage Night. Visit www.padres.com/Filipino and use the promo code PACMAN to secure discount tickets. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Manny Pacquiao Foundation. New hurler Adam Russell.
Adam Russell has done a nice job for the Padres. 1-0, ERA of 1.50.
And another one of those new arms in the organization.
Absolutely. I think we did pretty well in that White Sox trade.
I agree. You think about the arms, and let's face it, shedding salary is part of the deal.
Yeah, we all hate to see Jake go, but truth be told, if Jake didn't want to go, he didn't have to.
That's right. He held the hammer, so to speak.
That's correct. And he decided that maybe making a move was the best thing for him and his family. And Kevin Towers made one heck of a trade, getting 4 arms, and 3 of them here at the big league level.
Deanna Pareda is here now. In fact, Aaron Pareda, I should say. They were talking about Aaron before the game. He has not yet appeared in a game with the Padres. He had some issues with walks at AAA Portland, and he's thrown a couple of bullpens, including today, and trying to get some things worked out with that before Pareda appears. There's Pareda down to the Padre bullpen. But there are several scouts that looked at the 4 pitchers that came over for the White Sox and said, hey, Pareda, that's the arm that was really the one to watch out for. Not that the other 3 weren't, but that's the guy that a lot of scouts were very, very high on.
Yeah, I saw him pitch in college, and scouts said the same thing about him then, and he's worked his way to AAA with the White Sox, and now he comes over here to the Padres, and you know what? He's going to get an opportunity to pitch at some point. And so, again, 4 arms. You lose a guy like Jake Peavy, who no question is a horse, is a number 1. And you make that deal, and you pick up 4 power arms, and they're all going to have an opportunity, I think, at one point or another, pitch in the big leagues.
Strikeout of De La Rosa. 1 gone here in the 6th. Enjoy Sequan Casino's incredible all-you-can-eat buffet featuring prime rib, peel and eat shrimp, and over 100 scrumptious items, all for only $10. The fielder, Carlos Gonzalez. Rockies are happy with this guy that they got from Oakland in the holiday trade. They are 11-3 with him batting at the top of the order, and he whacks one down the right field side. Foul. He singled to begin tonight's game, stole a base. Grounded down to third.
Gonzalez is very athletic. And tonight, hitting in the leadoff spot.
And 1-2 from Russell. And now they have Jason Giambi, who's already picked up a couple of big hits for them.
But how weird does that look? Seeing Jason Giambi in the National League now wearing a Rockies uniform.
Up and in to Gonzalez. It's amazing when a player sniffs the postseason. What can happen?
Oh, yeah. If they're able to get there, he wouldn't be eligible to be on that roster, I think, because he was acquired after the deadline. But You know, like you said already, he's had a couple of big hits already that's helped them win games. Russell just challenges Gonzalez with some high cheddar.
Russell has fanned the first two here in the sixth, and now will face center fielder Dexter Fowler. Goes after the first pitch, fouls it down the left field side. And leaping, what an effort by Salazar, who nearly did the Spider-Man act, climbing the wall.
That's an outstanding effort here by Salazar. Oh. Yeah, he might have been able to make that play if that hand didn't come in right at the last second, but fans are entitled to go for that ball once it crosses on that side of the pole. And you see Salazar go up there and try to make the catch.
Hey, you obviously want to help your home guys and not interfere, but in that guy's defense, you probably don't expect an outfielder to be jumping that high at the wall to make an attempt on a ball there.
That's true.
Great effort.
If you're a fan, you just don't. That's kind of like the last thing you expect, to see a baseball come flying your way. And luckily for him, he's not in Chicago. It's not the playoffs where people aren't going to hold it against you for trying to make a play. But, you know, that's why you bring a glove to the park.
Salud's not around.
Well, he's got a cool hat on, but, you know, hey, we got to have a better effort than that.
He's not wearing headphones and a radio.
Oh, that bill's kind of short, though.
Like Steve Bartman. Yeah, tough to correlate those two incidents.
Yeah.
Here's a 2-2 to Fowler. Line into center field. Venable makes the grab. And we could tell Hundley wanted that pitch up a little more than that and found a lot of the plate. Fowler lines out to Venable, and down in order go the Rockies in the sixth. Parked by San Diego County Credit Union, your local financial partner for over 70 years. The Rockies come in 81-60. 4.5 game lead in the wild card, 2 behind the Dodgers in the NL West. 5th time in franchise history with at least 80 wins. They're trying to make the postseason for the 3rd time in franchise history. And what a turnaround since Jim Tracy took over as manager. They were in the cellar in the NL West.
I remember.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss by Adrian. The Rockies went to the postseason in '95 as a wild card, first year existence of the wild card. Lost to Atlanta, and then of course everybody remembers most recently in 2007, a trip to the series. Henry into left center field, and a long run, Carlos Gonzalez, but back to the edge of the track to make the catch.
That 95 team was the Blake Street Bombers with Dante Bichette and Vinny Castilla.
Galarraga.
And if you remember that team that went in 2007, I mean, they were struggling for 4.5 months of the season. And then all of a sudden, boy, they got hot, and they just nobody could beat them.
Tom Runnels, the bench coach for Jim Tracy there on the right. Tom Runnels, who's managed in the major leagues. Back with the Montreal Expos. One pitch to left center field, and Headley has a base hit. Hey, Chase is 2 for 3, and now 7 for his last 11.
Wilson flipped him a breaking ball. That's a great shot of that, too. You see the pressure on the middle finger. And Headley stays back and lines it into left center field for a base hit.
Correct myself, 7 for his last 12, going 2 for 3, but 7 for 12 is not too bad either. Chase has been hitting over 300 since the All-Star break. Salazar takes the high strike. Each time up has resulted in a walk to Oscar, so no official at bat as of yet. With the bases loaded, walk in the first for what's been the game's only run.
Boy, that last pitch, it just took off inside on Salazar. De La Rosa really has done a nice job settling in after that first inning.
93rd pitch of the night, a strike to Oscar. Jammed him off the foot.
And a cutter. De La Rosa gets so much movement on this pitch right here. Look at that thing just bearing in on Salazar, and I think that ball hit him in the back foot. Nope, hit him in the knee.
Boy, good cutter like that. And you hear about Mariano Rivera, how as a right-hander he can be as tough, if not tougher, on lefties because of that cutter.
Yeah. Well, Mariano's is a hard cutter. I mean, it doesn't break that much, but it's enough to get in your kitchen, get in on left-handed hitters. Well, De La Rosa's cutter acts like a slider, really. I mean, it's got a whole lot of movement on it.
Take the ball down in the dirt. Yeah, kind of unfair to compare anybody's cutter to Mariano's, because that's about as good as, you'll find historically.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody throw their cutter that hard and that precise.
3-2.
Mariano, he wears that cutter up there at 93, 94 miles an hour. That's just not many guys who could do that.
In fact, he can sit there and just yell cutter and let him know it's coming each time, right?
Yep.
Still not give it up. 1 out. Headley not running. The 3-2. Now a late break. It's ball 4 and an unnecessary throw down to second. Hey, what chase? took off very late, and as you saw, had that been strike 3, he would have been a dead duck at second. But fortunately, it was ball 4 to Oscar, and it's 2 on, 1 out, and Bob Apodaca will make a visit to the mound.
I don't think De La Rosa thought that pitch was a ball. Headley got a late jump, but it's the kind of jump that you're making sure he's going to the plate. And he's putting the onus on the hitter to protect him, and the hitter took the ball forward.
As soon as Jim Wolf gets out there, the meeting breaks up. De La Rosa nearing 100 pitches.
Will's had 2 at-bats. He swung at the first pitch with the bases loaded and hit into a double play, and then struck out chasing a cutter out of the zone. And this cannot be easy for Will. This is not an easy guy to have to go up to the plate and try to have a quality at-bat against.
Backhand, flip, out at second, and at first they turn a double play. Second one they've gotten off the bat of Venable. This one on the ground. A man left on. We're through 6. At the park just across from Petco. By MTS. Save gas, save money. Ride MTS to Petco Park. For more information, log on to www.sdmts.com. And by Ron Baker Chevrolet, your home for the Silverado Superstore. So happy you could join us on this Friday night. Mark Neely along with Tony Gwynn. Mark Grant getting the night off and the next couple. We're into the 7th inning, and here comes Joe Thatcher.
Boy, what a job he's been doing. You see the numbers. The ERA is good. Opponent's batting average is good. And Thatcher's been outstanding here in the last. Wow. Seems like every time he goes out there, he's getting outs. He's gone 7 2/3 innings and really has given up nothing. Opponent's hitting a .25.
It's a lefty Helton to lead off the inning. Then a right-hander Tulowitzki, followed by another lefty Hop. Helton's reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. Big breaky ball, tails outside. Thatcher beginning the inning here, which is a different situation than him inheriting runners, which stranding inherited runners has really been one of his fortes this year. He's allowed only 16% of inherited runners to score, 6 of 36, which is 4th best in the major leagues. And you ask a starting staff how important it is to have a guy that can come in and strand inherited runners.
Absolutely. Look out.
That got away, and the 2-2 hits Helton. And the tying run on.
See, that one just kind of got away from him. You see nothing really Todd Helton could do. And that's a double banger. It looked like it hit him in the back and the elbow.
Leadoff man is aboard for the 4th time tonight for the Rockies. Tulowitzki's fly to left and rolled into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play in the 4th. That was the first pitch away.
That was the kind of swing right there where he was looking to give the Rockies the lead. Winding up on a first pitch fastball, got it, fouled it off.
Let's see if Thatch can strand one of his own runners. Shortening up, Tulowitzki takes away. .24 home runs for Tulowitzki this season. 19 of them have come since June 8th. 22. The back door misses away.
That's challenging him. Just coming right at him. A little sidearm fastball right in the middle of the plate. Tulowitzki taking a little bit of extra time getting into the box. Now remember, he's coming back from a little soreness in his back.
And the strikeout. Thatch, after hitting the lefty, Helton comes back and gets a key strikeout of the right-handed hitting Tulowitzki. Great shots there. Our high-definition skyline shot brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Brad Hopp 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout for Hopp. Strike on the high outside corner.
Right hitters coming up after Hopp. You wonder if this will be Thatch's last hitter.
Padres have activity in the bullpen. Dodgers, by the way, have opened up a 4-1 lead on the Giants in the top of the 7th in San Francisco. In on him and a swing and a miss.
Yeah, that scoreboard's right there where the Rockies players could see it. Brad Hopp a little tardy on the fastball, so they know they need to win this game tonight.
Rockies winners of 7 in a row, 9 of their last 10. Three and 2. The 7 wins in a row, not their longest winning streak. The Rockies won 11 in a row at one point this year between June 4th and June 14th. And really is when they started to turn things around for Jim Tracy. Line off at into right center. He may have got a piece of that. Helton on his way to third, and into second goes Hop. That was a bullet, and it turns into 2 bases for Brad Hop. I'm not sure if Eck got a glove on this or not. It was close.
Let's take a look. Like a little cutter. And I'm not sure. I wonder if X9 lost that ball.
39 double for Hop, and now the Rockies have runners at second and third with only 1 out, and the Padres are going to make a couple of changes here. Tony Gwynn's going to come in. And Gregerson as well. You can stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. Branches in San Diego County. We're safe, sound, and standing by you. And in is Luke Gregerson.
The numbers are kind of deceiving. I mean, he's been Luke's thrown the ball extremely well too. No runs and only 4 hits in his past 13 outings. Being called here in a very tough situation. Second and third, 1 out.
Thatcher, who's done such a good job of stranding inherited runners, now calling and hoping Gregerson can strand the inherited runners from Thatch here in the 7th. Garrett Atkins, the hitter for Colorado. 1-0 San Diego. But the Rockies threatening here with runners at second and third and only 1 out. Double switch with Gwynn coming in. He's now in center field, batting in the 9th spot. First pitch strike. Venable was moved over to right. Edgar Gonzalez into left. And Gregerson is batting in the 5 spot, vacated by Salazar. Slider off the outside corner.
Infield's playing back in the middle of the field, so you know, the ground ball in the middle of the diamond. Todd Hilton's probably going to come to score, but Ground ball to first or third. And they might be able to hold Hilton at third.
1-2 on Atkins.
And of course, you'd love to see Gregerson get Atkins to chase the slider like he did right there.
Slider away is Luke's pitch. You see it again right here. Left it out over the plate, and it's popped up. Leader ain't making the catch. 2 down.
That's a huge out right there. This is you see where Hundley's setting up. And that ball was kind of in the middle of the plate. That's a ball that you're normally going to see a guy hit pretty good, but got away with one.
Well, Seth Smith pinch hitting here. See the numbers on Smith, and he has been an extraordinary pinch hitter this season for the Rockies.
They're not even going to give him a chance. Just take the bat right out of his hand.
And when you look at these numbers, you can understand why they're putting them on. 7th inning and later, hitting .353. Tied for the major league lead in pinch hits was 16. So with the base open, they put the pinch hitter Seth Smith on. Lionetta due up. And the Rockies will use another pinch hitter, Ryan Spilborg. To say the Rockies have a lot available on their bench would be a bit of an understatement. 10 available bench players tonight, just position players. Of course, with the expanded rosters here in September, the Rockies taking full advantage.
Lots of talk this week about most important games of the season and playing them with expanded rosters.
First pitch strike right down central. Spilborg's batting with the bases loaded. One of his big hits this year for the Rockies was a walk-off grand slam in the 14th inning not long ago, August 24th, against the Giants. He's in the hole 0-2.
Let's see if you can get him to chase one off the plate. He went for the fastball away. And for the Rockies, pretty good hitters coming off their bench. You see him try to go for the outside corner. We talked about Seth Smith, how good he is. Spilborg's is pretty good too.
2-2 on the pinch hitter, Ryan Spilborg. 1-0 Padres in the 7th. The only run so far, a bases loaded walk to Oscar Salazar in the 1st. But the Rockies have him loaded. 2 outs. Gregerson trying to put out the fire. His 2-2 to Spilborg. Got him. Gregerson gets it done here in the 7th. Striking out the pinch hitter. Ryan Spilborg's got him to go after one a little bit off that outside corner. So the Rockies leave the bases loaded. It's 7th inning stretch time, and as part of remembrance of September 11th, 2001. The 10 tenors are here tonight to sing God Bless America.
God bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Check out FanDiego.com. For ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. And meet tonight's Fan Diego fans of the game. That's sacrilege for 1998, isn't it?
Not right.
But good to have that youngster at the ballpark.
Absolutely.
Quintanilla is in the game at second base for Colorado. And you'll meet Torey Alba behind the plate. Bottom three for the Padres in the seventh. The 1-0 San Diego lead, and Edgar leading off. Infield hit his last time up. Breaking ball in the dirt from De La Rosa, who's nearing 100 pitches.
Now he was hurling in that first inning. It didn't look like he would make it out of the first, but here he is going into the seventh.
So right at 100 pitches for De La Rosa. His high total for pitches in an outing is 124. This is now the 15th start he's had this year of 100 plus pitches.
Oh,
Rosa got the call, and it's 2-1. Certainly not a pitch Edgar was going to offer at 2-0.
I wouldn't either. Maybe it was just the way Torrealba caught that.
From 2-0 to 2-2. Well, Dodgers up 7-1 now on the Giants in the top of the 7th. And if you ask the Rockies, yeah, the Giants are chasing them in the wild card, but they still have their eye on L.A. and winning the division. And the Rockies would like to extend their winning streak. As they get the strikeout of Edgar for the first out. If you ask them, they'd like to see the Giants take care of business and beat the Dodgers tonight. True Padres stories brought to you by Farmers Insurance. And on this date in '96, Ken Caminiti breaks his own Major League record by hitting home runs from both sides of the plate for the 4th time that season as the Padres beat the Pirates 8-7. Farmers.com today is where you can go online to hear real true stories from Farmers customers. Farmers Insurance. Ready, feels good. Nick Fan, his first time, lined out with the second baseman. Was at that time Barmes, his last time up.
Bases loaded, walk. The only one run that De La Rosa has given up tonight.
And that was in the first inning.
First inning. He threw 28 pitches that first inning, and to be honest, I sure didn't expect to see him here in the 7th. But his spot will lead off the 8th, and so you might as well get one more inning out of it.
Another strikeout for De La Rosa here in the 7th. It's back-to-back Ks. That's 7 tonight.
Look at the sink on that. Like a little turnover ball. I mean, that ball sinks really good and starts in the zone and falls out of it.
Junior batting for the first time tonight. He came in as part of the double switch in the last inning. Check swing foul.
For left-handed hitters, they just have a variety of stuff that we're going to see from De La Rosa. The cutter, the slow breaking ball. He can run the fastball, sink the fastball.
Spiked that before the plate, a ball and a strike.
A little bit of a smile from De La Rosa's face after that last pitch.
Atkins in on the grass at third.
Little cutter. Think he wanted that pitch.
Foul down the left field side, and it's 2-2.
You're looking a whole lot more comfortable at the plate here the last couple of games. Still isn't getting the kind of results he'd like to get, but he feels like he's taking better swings at the plate.
De La Rosa strikes out the side in the 7th. We'll move to the 8th. Pitcher spot due to lead off for Colorado. 700 scrumptious items, all for only $10. Top of the 8th inning for Petco Park. Mark Neely with Tony Gwynn. 1-0 Padres lead. Drew Macias takes over in left field for Edgar Gonzalez. And with the pitcher due to lead off, Eric Young Jr. will pinch hit for Colorado. A first pitch strike. Picked up his first major league home run a couple of nights ago. On September 8th against the Reds. So he and his dad become the first father-son to actually have home runs in Rockies history.
Wow.
His dad, senior, hit his first career home run off Bud Black.
Oh, really?
It's sharply foul past the first base coach, Glenn Allen Hill.
I know Dad's got to be thrilled to see Junior in the big leagues. Having some success. Much like his dad, he's can run. Center fielder by trade, switch hitter.
Holds up and takes outside, 2-2. Padres trying to get some more work out of Gregerson here, who faced 3 hitters, retiring 2 in the 7th. And a strikeout of Eric Young. The second for Luke.
Just a little tailing fastball. And it acts almost like a back-out slider. I mean, it looks like Gregerson snapped his wrist over, but really that ball's running away from a left-handed hitter.
Top of the order, Carlos Gonzalez. The Rockies starter, Jorge De La Rosa, went 7 innings, allowed 1 run, 5 hits, walked 4, fanned 8 through 112 pitches. Top foul back.
Unfortunately for the Padres, that bases loaded in the 7th. They're going to allow Colorado's middle of the lineup to come up again at some point. Going to see Helton. Going to see Tulowitzki.
Going to see Hop. That'll reach the seats. I said that Gregerson faced 3 hitters in the 7th, retiring 2. The one that he didn't was an intentional walk to pinch hitter Seth Smith. So as far as elevating his pitch count, those 4 wide ones were intentional. And Luke right now at 22 pitches. As far as the Rockies pitching tomorrow, Ubaldo Jimenez, who's got about as good a stuff as you're going to find from any young guy out there, will not go due to a hamstring problem. And Esmil Rogers, a right-hander, will make his major league debut. Just off the outside corner, and it was 2-2, and Ricky wanted that one.
For the backdoor slider, didn't get it. And let's face it, the Rockies would love to win this division, but they just want to get in. And that's the bottom line. They got to 4-game lead in the wild card race. Is that right?
4.5.
4.5.
And the Giants now down 9-1 to the Dodgers in the 8th inning. Full count here on Gonzalez. Breaks his bat. The ball gets to Eck before the barrel does. Throws out Gonzalez.
No cork.
Yeah, that's
Just
for
the
sure.
side of the bat. No cork right there. Good slider. Got in on him. And watch the handle as he lets this bat go. Just, I didn't see it there, but there goes the barrel.
Center fielder Dexter Fowler. Single to center in the 4th. Last time up in the 6th. Hit a ball sharply, but lined out to center. Two and nothing. Slowly to the right side. Adrian shovels. Luke gets there in time. And Gregerson with an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. The top of the order coming up for San Diego. .com. When you paid the lowest price on your new furniture, that's Jerry's price. Here's tonight's best seat winners. And those best seat winners have been viewing a pitcher's duel tonight. And the new hurler for Colorado is right-hander Matt Daly.
You can see the numbers. 1-1, 3.80. Opponents hitting 221, and De La Rosa gave him 7 strong. Now, if you're Daly here, you want to give your offense an opportunity to maybe get you back in the game. You sure don't want to come in and give up any runs. Fastball, slider. He's like a lot of guys in the National League this year, working from the first base side of the rubber. So that puts the slider in play. You see, he kind of has a closed stance as he starts.
Remember squaring and spinning away from ball 1 inside.
All the way over on the first base side of the rubber. And just don't see many guys come set like this.
Daly picked up his first major league win 2 days ago on Wednesday against the Reds in his 45th career big league appearance. Three and 0.
See Torrealba lift that mask up and tell Daly, come on, let's go. You got a guy leading off an inning who can run, who can cause a little bit of havoc out there.
Late strike. Late strike call. 3 and 1.
Okay.
3 and 2.
Well, 3 sliders to start this at bat off, 3 and 0, and he came back with 2 fastballs.
So do you sit fastball?
You got to sit fastball,
yeah. Especially with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Lines it into right.
Torrealba wanted that ball away, and he got it in the middle of the plate. Cabrera does what you're supposed to do with it. Look where Torrealba's setting up. Look where the ball is. And he's right on it. Lines it into right field for a base hit. We'll see the strategy here. Do you punt? Give Cabrera a chance to maybe steal a base? You play hit and run?
Some options here.
Yeah. I got to believe it's kind of tough for Daly to make a move to first base, setting up as closed as he is.
Yeah, that would extend his move.
See where he's coming set.
Long hesitation and time asked for. Yeah, you make a good point there, Tony, because that left shoulder's going to have to travel a further distance towards first base.
And what that tells me, I mean, I haven't seen his move to first base, but what we just saw is him hold the ball, and we saw him step off, and that tells me he's not real confident with the move to first base.
Here's in a first pitch strike. .23 steals and 27 attempts for Cabrera. I mentioned earlier the top 2 rookies in the National League in steals here tonight. Fowler of Colorado leading NL rookies with 26 thefts, and then there's Cabrera with 23. Everett kept that right foot on the base. Almost lost his balance.
Todd Hilton doing like a lot of good first basemen do. He kept that glove on him.
Maybe tried to help him lose his balance a little bit.
Maybe a little bit of help.
Inside to Eck. Well, to this point, no sign of a bunt. It's only been 2 pitches, but
I'm going to think, if anything, they're going to play hit and run here, or he's going to give Cabrera a chance to steal it. He's gone to first base one time, and that was kind of an average move.
There he goes. On the ground, and Tulowitzki diving it from his knees to first, not in time. Well, the runner in motion, and Tulowitzki covering, and Eck pulled it to the left side. Tulowitzki able to stop, go back to his right, make a diving stop, and made a play on the ball, but could not get it out, and it's 2 on, nobody out.
Big league action all the way around. The runner goes, almost like Eck saw who was covering, and he took a shot at shortstop. Tulowitzki does a nice job of coming up with that ball, but Eckstein able to beat it out. And that's just good back control by Eckstein there. He saw Tulowitzki break, and he took a shot at short and got an infield hit.
Well, we can discuss about that play, but first a pitching change, and it's brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson, where we are always country first. Bible coming in for Colorado. Loan and deposit products. If you live, work, or go to school in San Diego County, open an account today. They bring in the lefty Beimel to face Adrian.
This might be the only hitter he faces. You see the record, 1-5. His job right here is to get Adrian out, whether it's a ground ball, maybe turning two, or getting a punch out, or a fly ball. But this, I'm guessing this might be his only hitter.
Adrian 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 on, nobody out here in the Padre 8th. 1-0 San Diego. And now Torrealba goes out to the mound. Well, we got a second. This last play, runner going. Normally the second baseman's covering, but the shortstop does. And does Eck adjust enough to hit the ball to the left side?
I said all along when I was playing that you, out of your peripheral, you could see what kind of jump the runner got, and then shift to see who was covering. And if a guy broke too soon, you could take a shot at that hole. And I think that's what Eckstein did. He saw Tulowitzki creeping towards second base, and he took a pretty good pitch and tried to pull it in the hole at shortstop. And Tulowitzki made a great play just to come up with it, but Eckstein quick enough to get an infield hit.
First pitch strike to Adrian. So we saw the Rockies adjust by not having the second baseman cover. And then we saw Eck really make 3 reads there. The runner, the shortstop, and the pitch.
And able to go back to the pitcher and track the ball, put the bat on the ball. That's not everybody can do that. Oh.
Check swing foul on a pitch that almost got him. Really ran up and in.
Just trying to get him off the plate. Adrian tries to check his swing, and he uses a pretty big bat, and you see that barrel come in there. Foul that ball off.
Beimel ahead 0-2. Right in his kitchen, caught. Runners back to their bases. Broke his bat, and that's the first out. And the switch hitter Headley coming up.
And he ran the fastball in on Adrian, and he was able to get, almost able to get the barrel to it, but broke his bat and goes back to Beimel.
And Tracy out. Primal will indeed just face the one hitter. Stop by Discount Tire for a free tire inspection and air gauge. And if you're not satisfied with one of their tires, please feel free to bring it back. By Mission Federal Credit Union, proudly supporting our hometown Padres with over 20 branches in San Diego County. Our mission is your mission.
Rafael Betancourt. See the numbers, good ERA. 23 games, opponent's only hitting 200. Even though he's right-handed, I like this matchup better with Headley batting left-handed than right-handed. A good fastball is going to be in the mid-90s. Little slider.
Couple of singles tonight and 3 at-bats for Chase Headley. 1-0 Padres. The only run came in the first on a bases-loaded walk to Oscar Salazar. The score is held here into the bottom of the 8th. 2 on, 1 out. Betancourt, the third pitcher of the inning for the Rockies, ahead of Headley 0-2. Away from Betancourt. Betancourt acquired late July from the Indians. A 34-year-old from Venezuela. He's 1-2. Ooh. Just off that outside corner to even the count up.
Took a little off and had a little run. Away from Headley and
two. Two on, 1 out. Cabrera and Eckstein, the base runners. The strikeout is out number 2.
Fastball running away.
Pitcher spot due up, and Luis Rodriguez will pinch hit.
So you think these games aren't important? Bettencourt just strikes out Headley for the second out. Luis Rodriguez comes up to the plate, and we want to have a discussion here on how they're going to pitch him.
High definition Skyline shot brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. Rodriguez pinch hitting, 2 on, 2 outs. Really 5 for 19 as a pinch hitter this year. Bell getting ready in the Padres bullpen, and the offense would like to hand him more than just the 1-run lead with Helton, Tulowitzki, and Hop due up in the ninth for Colorado.
I think everybody in the ballpark would like to see, would like to see an insurance run.
Or 2.
Or 2 or 3.
It was 2 on, nobody out. Now it's 2 on, 2 outs in the Padres' 8th. Strike on the outside edge, 2-1.
Last pitch hit Torrealba right in the center of his stance. And they're definitely trying to keep the ball away from Rodriguez and hadn't come in. I don't know if that's a strike, but there's a nice job of framing it by Torrealba. Now they look like they're going to try to come in. Nope, one away.
Left it over the plate, but to left field, and Gonzalez. Padres miss a chance. 2 on, nobody out, and do not score. We'll go to the ninth. Helton, Tulowitzki, and Hop due up. Heath Bell looking for his 38th save. Services to Armed Forces program. For more information, visit sdarc.org. 1-0 Padre lead into the top of the ninth, and on comes the closer, Heath Bell.
Well, you see the numbers. Outstanding, 37 saves. And he's going to have to earn this one. He's got to go through the middle of this lineup. Helton, Tulowitzki, and Hop. But the all-star Heath Bell, you see the career numbers against Heath Bell. Pretty good success.
Have good numbers.
Yeah, pretty good success.
Dodgers are up big, 10-2 on the Giants. Bottom of the ninth, San Francisco batting. Hilton 0 for 2, hit by pitch in the seventh. He leads off the top of the ninth. Heath, the sixth Padres pitcher of the game. The starter, Edward Mujica, went 4. Gallagher and Russell each win an inning. Thatcher a third of an inning, and Gregerson an inning and 2/3.
And I think that's to be expected. You know, we knew Mujica was, be limited from between 40 and 60 pitches. And everybody has thrown the ball extremely well tonight, especially that guy.
Strike 2 to Helton. And Gregerson an inning and 2/3. No runs, no hits. Struck out a couple. He would be the winning pitcher if this 1-0 score holds due to the official scorer's discretion. Bell trying to make it hold. A 2-2 on Helton leading off.
How was that, Mark? How is Gregerson
I guess the way the scoring rules, so to speak, read, if the starter doesn't go 5, the official scorer has the discretion to give the win to the pitcher he deems pitched the most effective.
Okay. Well, no question. That guy, Gregerson, he had second and third and 1 out. Russell threw the ball good. He had a solid inning, 2 strikeouts.
3-2 on Helton. Big pitch here. And he walks the leadoff man here in the ninth. Mike McCoy is going to run for Helton.
Heath Bell wasn't going to take a chance coming inside on Todd Helton. He was going for the outside part of the plate.
All right, tying runs at first. Normally a bunt situation here on the road, but you got your cleanup hitter up, Troy Tulowitzki.
I think if he tries to drop a bunt, he'll be doing it on his own.
Swing it away and hits it towards right field. Venable makes the running catch on the edge of the track. I don't think we're surprised in the least, are we, that Tulowitzki's swinging away there?
Not at all.
Had pretty well struck.
He did. Kind of hot, had the hot hand. And we talked about it earlier, Tulowitzki, power to all field. That's a fastball up. And he showed he can handle that ball up. He just missed a home run. His first time up off of Mujica was a fastball up that he flew out to the warning track and left.
Giambi's in the on-deck circle. With Hop the hitter. Struck out his first time up tonight, but walked in the 5th and doubled in the 7th. Way up and away from Heath. strike.
Just the way that Brad Hopp's swinging right now. That's a fastball, and he's looking kind of, that swing's looking kind of long right now.
Hop without an RBI yet this month. Now back 1-2.
Heath Bell, I think, saw the same thing I did. Challenged him with the fastball up in the zone. You know, elevating it a little bit, about letter high.
Left side and through with Cabrera cheating towards the middle at double play depth. Hop hits it on the ground to the left side and sneaks it through for a base hit.
I don't think that's exactly where Heath Bell wanted to put it. He wanted this ball up a little bit, and it's down. He's able to work his hands to the inside and get the barrel to it for a base hit.
Second hit tonight for Hop. And the Rockies have 2 on, 1 out. And Giambi is the pinch hitter. He bats for Garrett Atkins. Breaky ball low, and it's 2-0. Giambi's already had a couple of game-winning hits as a pinch hitter for Colorado since joining the club at the beginning of the month. Outside, off the mitt of Hundley, the runner's hold. But it's 3-0. A 4-pitch walk to Giambi loads the bases. Darren Balsley coming out. Matt Merton coming to the plate to bat for Colorado. Heath, who saved the last 2 wins in the series in San Francisco on Tuesday and then Wednesday afternoon. And a jam here in the ninth. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Merton up for Colorado. Heath, by the way, 37 of 40 in save opportunities. First pitch hacking. Strike 1. And Merton against Bell, career 2 for 5. Tying run, McCoy at third. Go ahead run, Hop at second. Giambi at first. The 0-1 from Heath. Chasing high heat, 0-2.
Challenging him upstairs. See the fastball. Throws it right by him.
Got him. Merton takes strike 3, and there's 2 away in the ninth.
Here Hundley's setting up, and that ball nips the outside corner. That's probably more in the middle of the plate.
Now the catcher, Torey Alba, up. He came into the game at the bottom of the 7th, so he's batting for the first time tonight. But Torey Alba has actually been hitting very well. So much so that he's been seeing most of the time behind the plate for Colorado over Chris Iannetta.
And I would say Torey Alba's a first ball fastball hitter.
And he gets a first pitch fastball and takes it for a strike. 1 for 6 career against Bell. Foul back. And the Rockies down to their last strike.
It just looks like here the last 2 hitters, these Bells turned it up a notch. Fastball. Really exploding up there.
Bases loaded. 2 outs in the Colorado ninth. Padres scored in the first on a bases loaded walk. Bell trying to make it stand up. The 0-2. Check. First base umpire Jerry Crawford says he held up, and it's 2-2. Ooh, very close. Very close.
Big pitch right here. You don't want to go 3-2.
Left center field, and this is big trouble. It scores McCoy, the go-ahead run. Here comes a third run for the plate, and a base-clearing extra base hit for Torey Alba. It's 3-1 Colorado. One pitch after a check swing that was close to being strike 3 to ending the game. The Rockies get a huge hit from Torey Alba and take the lead in the ninth.
Well, we talked about it earlier in the game. With this Rocky team, it just seemed like somebody different going to step up. You got a fastball in the middle of the plate. And they were playing Torey Alba the other way. I want to see the play at the plate. It looked like Hundley tried to block the plate with his foot, but no, Giambi able to get his hand in there.
A double for Torey Alba. He takes third on the throw, but he picks up 3 RBIs. And the Rockies closer, Franklin Morales, up. Dodgers have beaten the Giants 10-3. And the Rockies were 1 strike away, a check swing appeal away from being beaten here tonight. They'll get the 2-out, 2-strike extra base hit from Torey Alba. And now Paul Phillips will bat. At the knees, strike 1. Missed the fourth blown save for Heath. Slap-handed foul at the first base side. The inning began with a leadoff walk to Helton.
Ooh, look out.
Tulowitzki, line to right, Hop singled. A walk to Giambi, so 2 walks in the inning. Really what helped set things up for the base clearing double for Torrealba. A little looper out into left center field will bring in the 4th run of the inning.
Slider off the plate. This ball isn't even a strike, and he just throws the barrel out there and flips it into center field for a base hit.
Gets Ryan Webb up in the San Diego bullpen. Foul back by Gonzalez. One for 4 night for Carlos Gonzalez. We're now looking ahead to the Padre night. Venable, Macias, and Hundley, the 6, 7, and 8 batters. And Franklin Morales, who was taken over for Houston Street as the Rockies closer, getting ready. Street, who has had bicep tendonitis, did not even make the trip.
You know, in this inning, if there was one at bat, I think that really set this up was that bat to Hop, I think, because, you know, he got ahead of him 1-2, and he really thrown his fastball by him up in the zone, and Hundley wanted it up in the zone again on the next pitch, and it was a little bit lower, and Hop did a nice job inside out in the ball to left field.
Center field. Only in to make the catch. With 8 men come to the plate, and the Rockies down to their final strike. Wind up getting 4. Now, last chance for the Padres in the bottom half. lefty Franklin Morales will try to close it out for Colorado.
Morales has a save in each of his last 5 appearances. See the record, 3-0. Opponent's hitting a .194. Morales looks like he's adapted to this closer role just nicely. Power fastball, power slider.
Giambi stays in the game at first base. McCoy at second. And Ian Stewart comes into the game at third base. Venable, Macias, and Hundley scheduled here in the Padre ninth inning. 4-1 Colorado. Morales has recorded a save in each of his last 5 appearances. Inside to Will, leading off. Squares and takes inside, 2-0. The Padres were 1 strike away from making a first inning bases loaded walk hold up for a win, but the Torrealba extra base hit has made this a different game now. Fowler in center field. A win would be the 8th in a row for Colorado. They're 10th in their last 11 games and would keep them 2 games behind the Dodgers. But it would add to their wild card lead. Give them a 5.5 game lead in the wild card. Strike one for Drew Macias. Check swing. Tulowitzki charges and throws. 2 away. Well, one game, Tony, does not a series make.
No.
But in 2007 is 2 years ago. But as far as the Rockies, they're finding some magic here.
Yeah, they really are. And, you know, we talked about it at the beginning of this game. Finding ways to win games. You know, September games, this is a big road trip for them. They're 3 city stops, San Diego, San Francisco, Arizona. And September baseball, sometimes these are the hardest games to win. And all night long, it looked like they just weren't going to be able to get over the hump. It took 2 outs, 2 strike swing of the bat by Torrealba to get them their first runs on the board tonight.
Diving stop, Giambi it from his knees to Morales, and the Rockies win it 4-1. Well, the Rockies got the 2 out, 2 strike magic in the top of the inning from Torrealba and take game 1 of this 3-game series. Morales picks up the save. 4-1 Colorado, the final. We'll take a timeout.